Welcome back, everybody. My name is Nicholas Bogroff Gansel, and I am creatively bankrupt. So today, I want to actually start off by talking about last episode. I glossed over a pretty important scene in my thoughts at the end of last episode, and I just want to unpack it a little bit more, because I feel like I didn't do justice to what happened in the scene. And it's specifically the scene where Claire and Phoebe Waller-Bridge fight in Claire's office. I touched on it, and I remember I think I called a couple lines out and was like, oh, that was great. But it told us so much about their relationship, and told Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character about their relationship, because this is stuff she didn't realize was going on. So Claire, she first yells at Phoebe Waller-Bridge when about the joke, because she was like, don't make jokes, and then she made that one joke that made people laugh, and so then on the podium, when she was floundering, Claire used the joke and got everything back on track. And Claire's point was, I have my own jokes. If you hadn't put that joke in my head, I would have thought of my own. You know, I'm a funny person, I'm an interesting person, and it culminates in her saying, you make me feel like I failed. Which parallels the way Phoebe Waller-Bridge felt in Season 1 a lot, because Claire is, in her mind, like, oh, she's the perfect sister, the perfect daughter, like, she's the one who has the good career, and the husband, and the stepson, and her life looks the way it's supposed to look. But Claire clearly feels like, well, my sister is the likable one, she's the funny one, the one everybody wants to talk to, the one everybody wants to laugh with, the one everybody wants to fuck, and she feels like those things should be true about me. I work really hard at these things, and I'm good at these things. I am a funny person, I make funny comments, I am, a kind person or whatever, people should be drawn to me the way they're drawn to her, and they're just not. And the reveal that came out in this conversation was the fact that when she has the line, you just do whatever you want and steal whatever you want and kiss whoever you want. And Phoebe Waller-Bridge is like, he kissed me, and she goes, I know. And it was never really about, I thought you kissed him. It was more about the fact that he wanted to kiss you instead of me just piled on to the way I already feel about myself when I'm around you. And that's really rough and really dark. And I get it. It's a deeply empathetic, emotion. I empathize with her so deeply. And it explains a lot of the tension in their dynamic. Which is why their best scenes are always the two of them in isolation. This just clicked for me, that when they're together in public, things are less likely to go well. When they're together alone, with the exception of this last scene, things usually go much better. Most of their best, kind, charitable, intimate moments together have been when it's just the two of them with no audience and with no one in sight, and they share something personal. And maybe that's because in those situations she doesn't feel like this way. She doesn't feel like, oh, everyone's looking at her, everyone's talking about her, everyone's laughing at her, because there's no audience. So, yeah. So it was a rough scene, but it was so fucking good. And ending on the line about, we're not friends, you're my sister, get your own friends. That's harsh for a couple reasons. One, because her only friend is dead. But two, because what she's really saying is, don't steal my friends. Don't be more likable than me. Don't make my friends like you more than they like me. Yeah. So I just wanted to make sure I touched on that and talked about that a bit, because I really didn't feel like I unpacked it enough in the last video. And having had some time to think about it, I was like, I just need to say something about that scene. So moving on, today we're going to be watching Season 2, Episode 4 of Fleabag. We're halfway through this season. 3/4 of the way through the series. I can't believe this. Yeah, I'm carrying over my predictions from last episode. I think this is the episode where we're going to see Phoebe Waller-Bridge and the lawyer grab a drink. And I think in the next episode, or the last episode maybe, the court proceedings in whatever form they end up taking will, I don't know if I want to say come to a head, but will resolve or climax. Yeah, I did not predict last episode at all. Nothing about last episode was something that I predicted would happen in the season. Oh! Right! At the end of last episode, the priest, noticed her looking at us. He didn't, see her looking up, but, he noticed her, retreat from the world around her. So, I'm really intrigued as to where that'll go, because there have been a couple moments of pulling us into the action before now, but that was, I think, the first time that someone other than her acknowledged it. So, yeah, I'm curious what that's going to build towards, because I'm sure it's going to be something fantastic. Even if it's something little and understated, I trust this show enough, and I trust Phoebe Waller-Bridge's writing and directing, that it's whatever it ends up being is going to be exactly what it needed to be. Yeah. So I guess that's all I have to say, because all the predictions for this episode I actually made for last episode, and they all turned out to be wrong. So I'm hesitant to try to construct new predictions, because they'll probably just be wrong again. So, that all being said, why don't we get started? Oh, and as always, if you're watching my videos without watching the original content first, you're doing the content a disservice, and you're doing yourself a disservice. If you really do want your first experience of Fleabag to involve me, then head over to my Patreon. For just $1 a month, you can get access to my uncut reactions that you can play alongside the original content. Let's dive in.
Just come out. I prefer the last one.
Me too. It's a bit more subtle.
Elegant, yeah.
It's these bits,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, last one, definitely.
Yeah, great.
I love that smirk she gives to the camera.
Don't make me an optimist, you will ruin my life.
That's a great line.
Have you been to many funerals?
A couple. His neck.
Oh shit,
never felt
was that
them.
Boo's funeral?
Go somewhere.
No, they were already gone. His beautiful neck.
What?
She fucked up!
I said that they were already gone.
Okay. Weird.
Oh my god!
Might be your idea of hell, but I think it's kind of special.
That's a great setup. Oh.
Oh.
That's what I said.
I think I'm going to go home in November.
Home where? Where's home? Oh, die! You're gonna die in November. He still thinks she had a miscarriage. Is he also talking to an audience?
What's he thinking? I sometimes worry that I wouldn't be such a feminist if I had bigger tits.
That calls back to the first episode.
Well, it's good you felt something.
Is it?
Something moved you.
I'm not sure I needed to be moved to discover that about myself. What were you thinking?
I was thinking about how peaceful I felt, and then for some reason I was thinking about your tits, which kind of ruined it.
Oh, my tits ruined your peace.
Yeah, you could say that. What?
It's a bit...
What the fuck?
That was a great transition.
Why so many guinea pigs?
I just,
Telling the truth?
This is an
Yay!
excellent one.
I just thought it'd be a unique selling point.
Yeah. Which came first, the guinea pig or the guinea pig cafe? Tell me about your stepmother-to-be. What's she like?
Oh, right!
she's,
They're getting married at some point.
She's from Exeter.
That might be the finale.
Okay, thank you. That's very helpful.
No, I opened it with a friend.
Oh, cool. Right, so you're on it together?
No, she's...
Boo.
What?
Oh my god.
She...
Tell him.
He's a bit annoying, actually.
What is that?
What?
That thing that you're doing. It's like you disappear. Tell me what's going on underneath there.
Nothing.
Tell me. Come on.
No.
Tell me.
Nothing. Nothing. No,
What the
stop
fuck?
being churchy.
He looked at us. I'm so confused. Man, the camera's shaky now. Like at the end of season 1, when she was walking back to the cafe. I'm glad we finally get to see
Girls,
Boo.
people are starting to arrive.
Wait, I thought it was Boo's. Oh, was that her mom's funeral? And now she's running from us.
I don't know what's wrong. I look so good.
Take some of your makeup off.
I'm not wearing any makeup.
What? What has happened? I have never
I don't
seen
know.
you
I just
look
woke up
so
looking
good.
amazing, and then everyone's going to think I got a fucking facial for my mother's funeral.
Oh, what the hell? You look incredible.
We're trying to mess her up.
You don't have to greet them if it's too... Gosh, you look gorgeous.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
You look glorious.
Thank you.
Deepest condolences, girls. My God, you look well.
Thank you. Have you?
No, he's not really engaging.
She was a spectacular woman.
Thank you.
Darling, you look wonderful.
This could be a sketch all on its own. I've missed you, Boo.
Oh, incoming.
Just, funerals when you actually knew the person, they're so... I'm just gonna miss her so much. have you cried yet?
Yes.
I didn't see you cry.
And your lovely boyfriends might not be able to cope.
Oh, I'm sure
well,
they'll
he's
push
my
through.
husband. But I just want you
He's
to know
my
that I'll always
husband.
be there for you, always.
I loved her, but
That's all that really matters.
no, I don't think it is.
Oh shit.
She just knew her to be fun, her to be kind. I'm just guessing.
Shit.
You're fun, Dad.
No, I didn't like that about her. I loved her. And today, I was jealous of her.
That is a lovely thing to say, really.
Let's go and find your sister.
Yeah, I don't think she wants to see me.
She loves you. She just didn't get the fun gene.
Oh, man. It's really reinforcing this parallel between her and her mom. Is that why the sister felt shitty about people always thinking she's the fun one? Because her mom was the fun one, and maybe her mom thought she was the fun, funny one? Oh, I wonder. Oh, wait, is this back in the present? Is that what she was wearing in the
I
present?
don't know what to do with it.
With what?
With all the love I have for her.
I'll take it. No, I'm serious. It sounds lovely. You have to give it to me.
I love you, Boo. You're the best.
It's got to go somewhere.
Is that what we are? When she's talking to us, is she talking to her mom?
Making more gold with my words than King Midas done. Ever since I learned how to ride.
What is happening?
Why are you awake? It's 9:45.
Oh my God, I thought you were just in my head then. But, I mean, you were in my head then.
You okay, Father?
Oh, fuck you calling me father like it doesn't turn you on just to say it.
Oh, shit.
Don't move.
Wait, is he like hammered?
Please say you were praying for me. I could do with the extra pair of hands. Mine don't seem to have the fucking reach anymore.
What is he trying to get down?
God help me. Whoa.
More booze.
Thank you. Do you know there was a man who wanted to be a saint so badly he castrated himself just to stop himself?
So is he an alcoholic?
Sometimes I worry I'm only in it for the outfits. So beautiful, isn't it? I mean, your stuff is lovely too. What were you praying about?
Tell him. He's gonna do that every time now.
Okay.
Tell him. Tell him.
Come on, me. You go in there. I go in there.
And you make me tell you all my secrets so you can ultimately trap and control me.
Yeah. No.
I'm not Catholic.
Tonight? That doesn't matter.
Won't I catch fire or something?
If you did, it would confirm my faith, so let's try it. Go on.
I love this guy. Oh, man.
All right.
Come on, tell him. Tell him.
Why would I tell
Because it
you
will make you
my
feel
sins?
better. And because I want to know.
I lied
Okay.
to you
About...
about the miscarriage.
I was wondering if she was gonna bring that up.
I was just covering for my sister who actually had the miscarriage because her husband didn't know she was pregnant, and it just...
Keep going.
Oh, good. I was worried that was gonna do it for him.
Go on.
And I'm ashamed of not knowing what I'm...
What you want? It's okay not to know what you want.
No, I know what I want. I know exactly what I want right now.
What's that?
It's bad.
It's okay.
I just think I want someone to tell me how to live my life, Father, because so far I think I've been getting it wrong. But I know that's why people want people like you in their lives. Because you just tell them how to do it. You just tell them what to do and what they'll get out at the end of it. And even though I don't believe your bullshit, and I know that scientifically nothing that I do makes any difference in the end anyway, I'm still scared. Why am I still scared?
Because you're human.
So just tell me what to do. Just fucking tell me what to do, Father.
Did he fall asleep?
Neil.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. I thought that was about to get very sexual for a second. Are they about to have sex in the confessional? Nope, they moved out of the confessional. Kind of wanted her to talk about Boo. It's not the first time God pulled that move on her. He's not happy with himself. So that was season 2, episode 4 of Fleabag. That was really interesting. I liked a lot of the stuff in it. The flashback was fantastic. It's weird because when the flashback started, I thought, oh, this is going to be what the episode's about. And it was still the most defining singular element of the episode. But the episode wasn't really about that. That was more in service of her opening up to the priest. It was really about her opening up to the priest. Which is interesting. But we finally got Boo! We got a flashback with Boo! I'm so happy. I mean, not at the time, I was really happy. Now I'm kind of I'm not sure how to feel about that ending. I was really hoping that her and the priest was going to end up still being this positive thing through and through. But the way he responded there at the end kind of felt like he no longer sees this as a positive thing, and this is going to cause him some internal damage that he might either take out on her or use to distance himself from her. I'm not sure. I could be totally wrong. But yeah, I'm glad she confessed about the miscarriage. I wanted her to tell him about Boo, but that didn't happen. But there's still time. There's 2 episodes left. They're really hammering home this whole the audience as a character thing. And I think I mentioned this during the episode, but I'm wondering now if it has to do with that thing where she said, I don't know what to do with the love that I have for her. And Boo was like, give it to me, I'll take it, that sounds lovely, I want it, give it to me. Which was adorable in classic Boo fashion. But I'm wondering if that's what she's giving to the audience. If when she talks to the audience, she's really talking to her mother. Because we know her mother has the same sense of humor as her, and that she's a lot like her mother, and that they're both fun and kind of whimsical people. So the jokes that she's telling us, it would make sense that like those are the kind of jokes her mother would make. She's telling those jokes to her mother. It was interesting. It was really interesting, I thought, to hear her dad talk about her mom and the things that she really liked about her mom that make her seem like, oh, she must have been a really fun person. To hear him talk about how that was a little bit trying for him and how he's much more like Claire and not as fun, doesn't have the fun gene. I don't know, that was just a really interesting scene. All the stuff at the funeral I thought was really great. The whole running gag about how she woke up looking gorgeous on the day of her mother's funeral, that could have been a comedy sketch in and of itself, like without the rest of the series around it. That like, you could have just done that on a sketch comedy show. Just had it be like, it's a very simple premise. Just morning of mother's funeral, woke up looking great, and it's distracting everybody, and it looks like I'm not really grieving. Like that, there are so many places to go with that. You could do like a full 4-minute sketch just out of that. So I thought that was very funny. And it was a very clever idea, because it's like not the kind of thing you normally think about. So I really liked that. We also got to see her ex, which was interesting. We've seen him twice now this season, now that I think about it. Because we saw him with the baby in episode 2, and then we see him here in the flashback in episode 4. Yeah. I'm assuming he's not... I don't anticipate that he's going to be a major player in the finale of the series, but you never know. Anything can happen at this point. It's crazy to me there's only 2 episodes left. Like, I feel like there's so much more you can do with this. Like, which is weird, because the end of season 1, I felt like, where else can you take this? There's not really a lot more you can do. You kind of did everything. But now that they've stirred everything up in the way that they did and brought in these elements and recontextualized stuff, I feel like, dude, you could run 30 more episodes with these characters and with these themes. I'm a little scared to get to the end. Not because I don't think it's going to be great. I assume it's going to be great. I'm a little scared to get to the end just because I don't want it to end. And I love these characters. And it's so rare for a TV show to end in a way that makes me feel completely satisfied. And it'll be heartbreaking if this doesn't. But they've literally never failed on a single episode. Every episode has been fucking stellar, so I have no rational reason to believe that this series will disappoint me in the end. But it's happened too many times before, so I'm insecure about it. Nothing I predicted came true once again. Jeez, I'm giving up. I don't know. Maybe the lawsuit will never come back. Maybe it'll come back. Didn't come back today. Didn't come back last time. I mean, was that it? Was just those two? Like, that feels like too much setup to not have it come back. You know? It's like something happens in episode 1, and episode 2, he's suing you, and we met with a lawyer. For that to not come back at all seems very unlike this show. Also, I totally forgot, and then in the first episode, it's like, hey, we're getting married. That's how she met the priest, was he's the one who's going to perform the wedding. And that still hasn't happened, so that's probably going to be the last episode. But who knows? Now that I've said that, it might end up being next episode, and I'll be like, well, don't I look like a dumbass? My prediction is it's the last episode, but I've been wrong on every fucking episode, so what the hell do I know? I'm trying to think, because I opened this episode talking about the stuff I didn't unpack enough from the last episode, I'd rather not make that mistake again, so I'm trying to think, what from this episode have I not unpacked that really needs to be unpacked? I loved the scene with the priest playing with the gerbil and her not telling him what's going on. And that's when we first began to get the flashbacks from her. And when that was the first time the priest looked at the camera. And I think now every time she looks at the camera with the priest, he's going to look as well, which is interesting. That's part of... I'm really curious to see what they do with the priest's relationship with the audience and like how they're going to explain this. Because this is clearly a big part of what's going on this season. And I just need to know, and I need it to be good, and I know it's gonna be good, but I'm just, oh man, I can't wait. I know as soon as I'm done, I'm gonna be like, oh, there was this scene that I did not unpack enough, but, for now, I think I'm just gonna call it. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's all I have to say for now. So come back next time, and we'll check out another episode of Fleabag. And as always, please like and subscribe, because I'd love to have you all coming back on the regular.